Continues to come out of the stock market bubble. All of the major stock market indexes finished Friday and the week solidly down. What is driving this selling, other than the fact that the markets are overpriced, is the realization that interest rates are going to rise more than investors had anticipated. In fact, if you look at a lot of these big Wall Street firms, they are ratcheting up the expected number of rate hikes for 2022. In fact, the highest estimates I've now seen for rate hikes is 10. And that may sound like a big number. Oh my God, the Fed is going to hike rates 10 times in 2022. That's how serious they are about fighting inflation. These guys are really on the job. They are inflation fighters. They're going to go medieval on inflation. We're going to get 10 rate hikes, and that is scaring the markets. And in fact, if you look at the yield curve is actually flattening because investors are actually starting to price in the recession that this hawkish Fed is going to cause by jacking up interest rates so much with these 10 rate hikes, because the 10-year bond yield is factoring in a drop in rates that will follow all these hikes, because all these hikes are going to cause a recession, and that's going to result in the Fed reversing course and lowering rates. Now, here is the reality. And again, this has barely begun to set in on Wall Street. I mean, when more and more traders grasp this reality, there's a lot more downside in stocks. But more importantly, if the Fed acts to stop the carnage on Wall Street, there is way more downside in the US dollar.
Week, which made quite a stir, as you know. Futures markets priced pretty firmly in a 50 basis point rate hike in March. Was that a correct interpretation of what you were saying?
Yeah, Steve, as you know, we got the hot CPI report last Thursday, I guess, and I think my interpretation was not so much that report alone, but the last four reports taken in tandem have indicated that inflation is broadening and possibly accelerating in the U.S. economy. So I shaded up my position, and I'm just one person on the committee, but I shaded up my position to say I'd like to see 100 basis points worth of movement on the policy rate by July 1. So I also said I would defer to the chair exactly how to go about that.
XRP Future Millionaire. It's 2:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. As you know, Bitcoin's just over 40,000. I mean, we're not looking very strong, but we are over 40,000. I thought we could push up to 40,800 today on a thinly traded day, as I said in my update this morning. But we weren't able to get up to 40,800. We were only able to get up to, what was it up here when it dropped down? I know we got up to like 40,400 area. Yeah, 40,342. We're trying to flip this area at 40,077 into support. We came through it, but now it looks like we're trying to pull back up. So we're going to see if this is anything to do or if this is just going to collapse down. Right now, we're starting to run out of time as far as to make a Saturday pump. We want to do something before the futures close today if we were going to. And I wasn't talking a big pump. We were talking 5 to 7, maybe 10% on some of these. And we didn't get there. Some of them did. Most of the market did not. What's going on here? Why isn't this working? Okay. for some reason, TradingView is acting up a little bit here, and it's not exact. Let me try to reload this. It's not letting me move around like I would like to. It's having a little bit of technical difficulties here on TradingView for some reason. And it's running very slowly too, so I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay. So with XRP, we came through the 83 support resistance line, and what it looks like to me is we've got to look across the broader market, because if we're building some kind of head and shoulders here, when we come into the 30-minute, we're going to want to know about that. Right now, I mean, it's possible that we're trying to just hold the support area, and we haven't come all the way down to 803 or 804 to retest this in the 30. We had a nice bit of volume on the up. Coming down, though, with small amounts of volume, so we come back into the neutral area with the RSI, getting closer to it at the red line. And right now, it doesn't look terrible. We don't have as much volume coming out as when we started this run, which means we're probably still looking a little bullish in this area. Unless we start getting some big volume spikes down, I could still see this making a push to 85. Well, it already hit the 85 cent target. But I could see it making a top to 88 if this continues, if the broader market holds up. Right now, Bitcoin's at 40,064, and you can see what it's looking like. The question is are we going to hang on to this area at 40,077, or is this going to start to turn into overall resistance, and then we start coming back down? I still think we could hit that 40,796, where this wick hit up here, back here. I think we could come back and back test it and then fall off. That's what I was playing this morning. That's what I was thinking. Oh, look, you got a little view of me real quick. But that's what I was thinking this morning, honestly. So we're going to see if that plays out all the way up to there, or if this is the end and we only got the 40,442 roughly. A little bit lower than that, 40,003 something, but that's where we're at. That's what we're looking at with Bitcoin right now. I don't think it's dead. I think when we dropped off, that volume is way lower than the volume going up. So I think we're a little bearish every time we try to come down in volume. I mean, we're a little bullish. We don't have enough volume. So in this case, I think maybe we'll go up a tiny bit more and try to find a little more resistance, but it's very risky. SHIBA. If you're in SHIBA, I'm in SHIBA. I had a limit order that got filled while I was sleeping at all the way down here on this wick, which I can't believe it even filled, but I had 2695, and it was way up there. It shouldn't even have had a chance to fill this, and while I was sleeping for one of my 6 hours, it filled this, and now I'm sitting on 250 million SHIBA that I don't necessarily want to have, but I'm willing to ride it until it comes back pretty much to my break-even point to see if it can make a move up a little bit higher, and maybe I can get lucky and top out up here and get 2932, but it's not looking great. The 30-minute volume right there with the red, that's a little bit of a hidden pattern of volume, because if you go to the 15, you can see that was actually a really solid 15-minute candle, but when you combine it with the 30, it turned red because of where the 30 started. It couldn't pull it green, but this area, there is a little bit of volume to be had here, and this M right here, this is the one thing that is concerning me. I'm hoping, and it hopefully will turn into a reversal candle here soon, but I'm hoping this doesn't pull us through. Because if it pulls us through here, you know, once we get to 2.7, I gotta abandon ship. But anything right now is fine. Right now it's looking fine. This is just, to me, a little dump for liquidation. We're looking good in the RSI. We have room to move up. We do have a W on a sideways pattern a little bit here in the 15. In the 30, it looks the same. We're just looking to see if this is just a retest right here on SHIBA. It looks pretty good right there. If it bounces off of this, no harm, no foul. If it breaks down, then you got to decide if you're going to get out, if you're in. Because if it breaks through that 2687, you do not want to be a part of that drop to 2500. Just a friendly advice from me to you. XLM, same deal. We got 2011 support, which it doesn't look terrible right now. We're just going to need to hold from here. And we need Bitcoin to help out a little bit. And this can be used as a bull flag. That can get us up to about that 216 area and tap out at 219. So this is all Bitcoin dependent. And then DGB, and I'm going to let you guys go. DGB's got that support at 2145. If Bitcoin holds, this is in a spot, again, where our RSI is not bad. We could come up to that 232, maybe try to make a run up there at 244. That would be quite out of the question. I think we'd be looking at about 2351 on DGB if we can get past that 2258. So there's opportunity here. It's very risky the later in the day we go. If you're in a position, I would probably see how it goes and see how Bitcoin reacts with 40,000. Other than that, that's all I've got for you. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag butt assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, who's going to do their part and help the future generations? And if you need a little bit more help on XRP or any of your favorite ones, and remember, XRP's resistance is at 83 cents, support's at 80494. And that is a technical bull flag right now until we fall through about the 804 level. So, but if you need a little bit of extra help, if you want to talk to me all day, we had giveaways today. 4 people won. We had 3 people won a free month of Tom's Army, and 1 person won $10. So yada yada yada. We do little things here, but for $9.99 a month on YouTube, you show me that support. I give you the Telegram free. There's a private channel that you can see all my information that I forward to there. There's a Precious Metals, and there's also Freedom Fighters Network. You get all of the comments. They're all there for you when you come in. So there's going to be thousands of them. You're going to be overwhelmed. But there's 209 of my closest friends here that can help guide you in the right direction.